My favorite comfort food, that's easy for me, chicken riggies. But not just any chicken riggies. My mom's chicken riggies. That is my favorite food. I could eat that every day. I could eat that all day. I could eat it for leftovers. It doesn't even have to be reheated. It can be cold. My mom's chicken riggies are the best chicken riggies you'll ever have. In fact, upstate New York, chicken riggies are a huge hit, which I didn't know, but they are. And she makes the best. Nobody's ever come close to my mom's chicken riggies. Don't discern that.
Stephen Mangold, what food made you the most uncomfortable?
The food that made me the most uncomfortable is one of my best friend's favorite foods. I forget what it's called. It's a Syrian dish, and it's just raw ground beef. Finely ground, almost a hummus type of texture. And he insists that it tastes wonderful. All I could taste was potential brain prions and mad cow disease and all the drawbacks to it. I'd probably try it again with a little bit more of an adventurous spirit. And I did try it at least at a restaurant called Cedars, but that made me incredibly uncomfortable, and I didn't use very good discernment when I did try it.
The classic honey cake, or medovik, is an authentic Ukrainian cake considered to be one of the most popular desserts in Slavic countries. Chip Keith, what is your favorite dessert? Toastmaster Chip Keith.
My favorite dessert is anything, anyone at the table has left untouched. Be it pudding, be it cake, be it ice cream, be it anything my son has, because he's watching his weight as I am mine. I didn't call. Anyway. He has trouble getting up in the morning, and so I give him $25 every day that he doesn't get up by 7:30. I take away $5, and I happily knock on his door and say, "Today you have dis-earned $5."
I have the same problem with dessert, but I'll eat it. Roxanne Norquist, what is the least appetizing dessert you've ever had?
Fellow Toastmasters, head table. There's none. There's absolutely none. I love all dessert. I'm a fanatic and also a little bit addicted to sugar, which motivates me to not allow sugar in my house because I eat too much. And I absolutely love all desserts. I can't really think of anything that I don't like, except for there is one thing, and it's Greek, and I can't remember the name of it, but you guys would probably know the name of it. It's all honey.
Baklava.
Yes, I do. I don't like baklava. It's too sweet for me. So that's really the only thing that I don't like. And anything that's made with honey or if it's too sweet. But basically, I mean, I can go through a pint of ice cream. I can just eat and eat when it comes to sugar. That's why I stay totally away from it. So.
Is an American actress. In 1991, at the age of 7, she and her family fled from the Soviet Ukraine to the United States. Toastmaster, I have to say that, Toastmaster Paolo Soriano, what is a time that you and your family had your own for safety?
Oh. I didn't know. Welcome to Toastmasters.
That actually hits close to home. My family actually emigrated to Canada, so I grew up in Canada. I've been there I was there for 25 years before immigrating to Pittsburgh and staying there for, not for safety, coming here, but for safety growing up to go to Canada. That was the first experience having to leave for our home country to go for a better life. So that's my experiences with fleeing somewhere to go to safety.
Benjamin Aruthia, Toastmaster Benjamin Aruthia.
Yes.
Tell us about a time you or someone in your family had to chase someone down.
Chase someone down.
Well, what happens when we have the back door open and the big raccoon came in. That is the time that we have to chase someone out. But we always welcome everybody. So I think that was the only one opportunity, if we may call that an opportunity, to chase one out. But other than that, we have discerned what is the worst. And so far, we haven't found anyone, even those that knock at the door looking to change my soul to some other type of confessions. But other than that, it's fine. I need to find anyone that we are willing to reject.
Unlike many cultures around the world, Ukrainians wear wedding rings on their right hand, not the left. Something that Ukrainian might understand, but definitely not a discerning spouse. Bonnie Patterson, what is your favorite piece of jewelry and why?
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning, Bonnie.
As you can see, I don't really wear a lot of jewelry because I'm kind of clumsy, you may not notice that. I will break anything, earrings tend to fall off into things, necklaces tend to fall off. So my favorite piece of jewelry would probably be a ring, even though I don't have one. But I'm not really big on jewelry, so I guess maybe this watch, because I wear this watch every day, and then I can look at strange pictures of Toastmasters that pop up on my photos from the socials that we have. But aside from that, the only thing I wear all the time are earrings and watches, so I don't really have a favorite piece of jewelry.
Jim Glaynard,
I prefer to Constant Schaefer.
you're gonna like this.
You should.
What is the most amazing valuable you've ever found?
Well, first of all, I want to say something about the word of the day, discern. The example was you had trouble discerning the roadway in the dark. Well, I have a solution to that. It's called litter. So listen to my meaning. Empty beer cans along the road are ugly when you say, but at night reflecting bright, they safely got in the way. But the most valuable thing I ever found, other than friendships, is a gold bracelet when I was scuba diving on a Spanish wreck. And the day I found it, I brought it up to give to my father, who was standing on the deck of the boat. And we've been saying, today's the day, because this is what Al Fisher used to say, he encourages me. So I came up and I said, Dad, what's today? And he said, Saturday. I said, no. What's today? June 7th. I said, no, today's the day. He said, oh my God, look at that. Then he looked at me for a second and looked at me and he says, why does it say made in China? It wasn't made in China, it was 300 years old. Thank you.
Vishy Vanka is a Ukrainian ornamental costume featuring hand-woven floral embroidery that both men and women wear. Linda Spear, what is your most ostentatious outfit, and when do you wear it?
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Most ostentatious costume obviously has to be something from my Halloween collection. And I say the funnest things for Halloween are always the things that you pull out of your closet
and build your costume. So I would say my most ostentatious, I'm not a real ostentatious person, so I would say it was my Madonna outfit, my Madonna costume. Pulled it all out of the closet. We got the necklaces, we had everything, we had the hair, and I was Madonna then.
Ukrainian's national dish known as salad, which is an aged cold white pork fat. I tried. Daniel Billings Sr., if you could, please set the scene for us and tell us the time you ate a very rich meal.
Fellow Toastmasters,
Dang.
y'all may clap now. A very rich dish. I am not adventurous when it comes to food. So if it's not something I've eaten before or I know how to cook, I'm probably not gonna touch it. A rich dish for me would be something sweet, something very sweet, something so sweet it will hurt my teeth. So, banana pudding, homemade banana pudding, fresh made pudding, bananas, cookies, whipped cream, all the delicious stuff that I'm looking at and saying, if I eat that, I'm gonna gain another 20 pounds. Thank you very much.
Taylor Funk, what is the saltiest thing you can share that you've ever eaten?
Thanks for the question. That's actually wrong. Saltiest thing that I have ever had to eat was actually not a food at all. It was an experience that made me so salty, so upset, that for several months last year, my mood was completely tanked. I came out here originally to sell solar door to door. My partner that I'd come out here with, that I had put all my eggs in his trust basket, right as we're about to start our team, decided to play a little behind the scenes with another guy and cut me out of our deal completely and said, good luck, buddy. True story. That's what got me out here. Through that salty experience, I was able to discern so many lessons about forgiveness and growing as a person, and understanding that no one's perfect, including myself, accepting the responsibility for my aspect of that situation, and understanding that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies.
Yes,
That's what
that's right.
Ukrainians enjoy strela, which is a sweet brandy candy, cream-filled chocolate. Carson Schaefer, what is the sweetest thing someone has done for you?
My wife has put up with me the majority of her life. The first wife checked out after 2 years. I'm sick of you and all your stuff you do in the bands and everything else, but this one puts up with it. I wouldn't put up with it. I'm surprised you guys haven't kicked me out. I do stuff she puts up with. She is a saint. I mean, really, when I look at what I do, Carmela plays in a band too. Yeah, I was out every Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, playing music somewhere, getting home at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and like the Kenny Rogers song, she just says, how was your night? And she has put up with stuff. She asked me yesterday, are you going to Sebring again? And I said, for my 32nd year in a row? Yeah, the odds are excellent. I remember the first time I went, sitting there with a baby on one hip and a fist on the other. And now the children are grown up, and so it's just down to a fist. But I would say that the nicest thing anybody has done is she has put up with me for 31 long years.
Yay.
Around 1795, the extreme west of Ukraine fell under control of the Austrians. Nutt, tell us about a time someone fell under your control.
Good morning. Thank you. The opportunity for me to have someone fall under my control does not come around very often. But the one opportunity that I did have did not work out well. However, I did have a great experience, and it was a great learning experience for me. And that's how I've tried to grow within myself in learning to handle dealing with other people and guiding people. Thank you.
I don't know if this is true, but the pug is considered one of the most popular dogs in Ukraine. Internet told me so. Toastmaster Dining Dogmas, please share with us your most memorable dog or cat story.
Well, I was during my Chihuahua. I believe he died of COVID in 2020. It was a bad experience. It's going to be emotional. I had to rush him to the hospital because he couldn't breathe, and he was like, I don't know how to describe it, but his back was going up like a cat. And I had to drive a whole hour to Lake Underhill to the hospital, and he died just like a few minutes before. It was just heartbreaking because they wouldn't see him because of COVID, and I had to wait until they came out and they were ready. And I told them I think that he was dead, and it was a bad experience. So, I love pugs, but I love Chihuahuas more.
Kimberly Hughes, Toastmaster Kimberly Hughes. What is your least favorite pet that people are allowed to keep and why? Least favorite pet.
Well, the least favorite pet people are allowed to keep, but I am afraid of, right? I remember, well, chicken might be a kind of a pet, or you may not think it's a pet. I remember when I was a child one day, my brothers and sisters, we were playing on the campus where we live, and something fall. We were under a kind of a vineyard, something fall and hit my sister, and I was really afraid. I was running home, and then there were chickens everywhere, and I was running home to call my parents and say, hey, come over, my sister was hit by this little brick, and I stepped on the chickens, one and another. I was really scared. All right, so that.
Toastmaster Steve Joseph, give me a quick one, baby. Here we go. Renault is a French car maker, very popular in Ukraine, one of the most. What is your dream car, and why would you want to own it?
Fabulous question. And I like how you call me baby. I never really had a car that I really liked. Like I used to think I wanted a Tesla and like a Ferrari, but that didn't really mean anything to me. In terms of dream cars, I like a car that gets me from point A to point B. In terms of cars that are particularly sentimental for me, I think the first car that I got after I graduated was particularly meaningful to me. And it's not because it was a great car or anything or something special. It was a Nissan Rogue. But what meant the most to me was that my mother and my father both worked really hard, and I didn't have to pay a cent for it. And I really appreciated that. And after my father passed away, it's really the only thing or the main thing. But it's been a lot of time in that car, a lot of emotional, very heavy moments in that car. And I feel like that's the perfect vessel that reminds me of him. So much so that I try whatever I can to make sure that there still runs, even though it's like running me in the negative right now.
Did everyone don't qualify.
Supposed to be timing him?
I'm gonna take that as an affirmative, concerning lights. All right, 2-minute break.